So, what do I think of this game? Aside from it having a very long, confusing name that I'm assuming makes sense to everyone else, SD Gundam Battle Alliance, it's alright. It's alright. It's good. It's good. I think this is an alright game. I think for people who are not invested in the Gundam series, or who just don't like big, giant kaiju battles, that sort of thing, they're probably not going to like this. Or especially if you're not into action hack and slash, because that's basically all this is. To me, at least, this just feels like a more grounded Dynasty Warriors. Because rather than having like 1,000 enemies on the screen at once, you've got a couple. And it just makes it a little bit harder, quote unquote. Because even on my own, I was struggling a bit, yes, and I was dying and all that. I had to use med kits, but that was because I was just doing everything on level 1. I bet you if I put my dude up to 15, yes, I'd have a challenge as it progressed. But it just seems to be more of a casual thing, at least at the beginning. I'm assuming the further and further you go, that's when they add a bit more challenge to it, but it seems like this is basically going to be what you're doing for 99% of the game. Especially considering the multiplayer is more of the same. Grinding levels to get more loot, and I'm assuming to unlock different mechs, unlock different weapons and stuff. Yes, okay, thank you, Vigil. So yes, the further you go, the heavier the bosses hit. And I'm also assuming the better the weapons and upgrades and stuff like that you can get. Would I recommend people get this? Potentially. Again, if you are a die-hard fan of Gundam, especially the Dynasty Warriors versions of Gundam, definitely get this. I think it's a good addition. Now, do I think it's better than Dynasty Warriors Gundam? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think this is, perhaps, I don't know, maybe Vigil, maybe you've got a different opinion. I think this is perhaps maybe quality over quantity, because I remember in Dynasty Warriors, you had so many characters to choose from, so many enemies on the screen, and it just made you feel really badass no matter who you were using. This one, I'm assuming, I don't know, it looks like there's still a lot of characters and Gundams you can unlock, and you can upgrade them, but it doesn't feel as grandiose. The abilities are really cool and big, but I don't feel as big of an oomph in certain areas, but in others I do. I'd say it's like on par. I'd say it's like a different kind of spin. Now, for 75 Australian dollars, just for the base game, I don't think that's worth it. To me, no. Maybe half that. 30 bucks, 30 Australian dollar-y dues. I don't know what that is in US, and I'm assuming in the others, probably 25, 20 bucks, That's a lot of money, 75 Aussie bucks. That's probably like, I'm going to assume 60 US dollars. That's the price of a full game. So if you think that's enough, then go for it. But I think it's good for what it is. I would not pick this up if you're not a fan of hack and slashes. I would not pick this up if you are not a fan of Gundam. If you're not a fan of either, then hell no. I don't think you're going to like this at all. If you're a fan of one or the other, then probably. Yes, you'll probably like it. And I personally wouldn't purchase this at full price. Try it on Humble Bundle or Green Man Gaming with my affiliate links. Or something else. Maybe on sale. I think it's good overall. Plus, also take into account stuff that I've been playing, like this Gundam, if I'm correct, is DLC. And let's just have a quickie look at some of the DLC. They've got a Seasons Pass of $40. They have 3... Yeah, and I've got all these. Yeah, this. I've got all 4 of these. The 3 DLC bits of content are $16 a pop, so that's what, 15, 30, 45. That's over $45 there. And then I think the other Seasons Pass was, yeah, that was $40. That's over $80. That's already more than the actual game. So, even to get all the little bits and bobs, that is a lot of money. I mean, again, that's separate though. If the game is great, I don't think that would matter, provided that the DLC, there's a lot of stuff in there. What's this? Scenario Pack 1, 2, 3. Season Pack Bonus Limit Materials Pack. Okay, so each Scenario Pack gives you, what, 2 missions and 2 additional playable units. So, nothing huge getting in there, but, you know, it's a bit of content. Let's have a quick look at the reviews before I sign off. Get some other opinions. That's me. I think, ironically enough, all the recent reviews are mixed, and all the reviews seem to be mostly mixed. I could definitely empathize with that. I don't think it's a bad game at all. Not a bad game, but I don't even know how necessarily long this is. And some people might not even be bothered to finish it, because it's just kind of more and more of the same. But I like it. This is probably something that I would play back and forth. I don't know if I'm going to continue to revisit this on streams, but I liked playing this. I'm very likely going to play this in my own time. But yes, before we go, let's have a look at some little reviews here. What's this? Let's have a look at a good one. 12 hours. I wish I could give this game a neutral rating rather than a yes-no. Battle Alliance starts off pretty solid for the first several hours. You're unlocking suits, familiar faces, and reliving major parts of the Gundam canon. From OG Mobile Suit Gundam to Iron-Blooded Orphans, the tutorials do a reasonable job of teaching you the basics. Give you small capital rewards since you don't have cash grinding set up yet, and things go pretty well. As time goes on, little things start seeping in. The controls are a little wonky and keep you locked on dead enemies. This is so you can continue attacking them to generate SPAs, though I don't know if it's working properly right now, as I've ran into pilot skills that just don't work. Or that the fight keeps going while you're using your special attack, you wind up whiffing. Looking at you, Goof Custom! Or losing your target giant, chain breaks. You cannot rebind multiple actions, like the roll action or there's functions like burst, guilty gear, crucial get off me effect. Yeah, again, little things don't really mark the experience too much. Then Directory 4 rears its ugly head. Directory 4, mobile armors are horrendously overtuned, being faster than normal suits, able to turn on a dime, and having very little attack wind up for some very hard-hitting attacks, 200 plus damage if you fail to guard at all. So it sounds like there's a big spike, difficulty spike, like what you were saying. At first I figured I just needed to learn the patterns better, improve my mobile suits. Clearly Xeon was stealing it, so I did. Improve my suits and come back. More combat. I even went back with a friend and we routinely had our love heart. I'm going to assume it was ass ripped in the MAs. Directive 4 over leveled as hell to boot. After about 6 or 7 clearly particularly painful mobile suit armor, then it was on to another hellish. This is a fun game at its core, but there are several questionable design choices present that make me regret paying full price for it. Okay. So this in a similar boat to me. Get this on sale, as there's probably a $30 or $40 game here. Yeah, as I said. Modders will probably be the ones to save this game on its flaws if the devs don't. Bottom line, if you can overlook some questionable design choices, there's a lot to love here, but God help you if you can't. Edit. Turning on a time while a humorous screw-up doesn't make much sense. Oh, okay then. Yeah, pretty much. And just quickly looking at some others, it just says designers inflating HP increased difficulty, question mark, stuff like that. Some positive ones. Some people were saying, basically saying, yes, it's good, but it's got some problems. If it was normal looking Gundams, 11 out of 10. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. In my opinion, I think that justifies my point. I think it's a good game with some issues. Probably not everyone's thing. Bit of a weird difficulty spike. It reminds me of Dynasty Warriors, honestly. The more and more I'm hearing about it. If you like Dynasty Warriors, you'll probably like this. A lot of mixed reviews. Yeah, I agree, Scarab. Yeah, definitely. Lots of mixed reviews. And even the ones that are positive all agree, seems to me, from what I've seen, that, yes, there are some bummers about it. Other than that, I think that's it. I think we're good. Time to duck out. Thank you very much, everyone who came in to say hello. Thank you very much, Vigil, as well, for letting me test out the multiplayer a bit more thoroughly. I appreciate that. If anyone wants to visit me, check out my Twitters, my YouTubes, all my social medias. It's in the Twitch, all my YouTubies, all that jazz. I post on the Discord and Twitter a lot. Other than that, take care. Thank you very much. Again, best wishes. Time to sign out. We'll sign out like a Gundam. That's how we'll do this.
Thanks for watching, everyone, viewers and subscribers alike.
Also, another big thank you to my patrons and contributors. If you want to commission me for work, flick me an email. Or if you just want a small commission or to support me, check out the Patreon, baby.
I also have some affiliate links for Green Man Gaming and Humble Bundle if you want to find yourself some good deals and also get me a little kickback for your purchases.
I'm a little more busy the second half of the year, but if you want to check me out on Twitch, I stream generally at 10 AM or 10 PM on Fridays, Sydney Australian time. Public game sessions on my Discord are held sometimes on Saturday and Sunday, 10 AM at Sydney Australian time. Best thing to do is to follow me on Discord and Twitter in order to keep updated when I'm on and also when new content is out. Thank you very much, you wonderful misfits and freaks. Have a nice day.